Hey, good morning, class. Thursday morning. I've had a couple people ask me about the assignment from yesterday. So yesterday's assignment was, this is the assignment for today. Remember, this is a video that kind of explains it. Pretty much gives you a lot of information about it. I would, if I were you, I would look at that. But then down here we have your vocabulary, right? We had a Google Meet session yesterday. We're going to try to get on Friday. There was only a few people in there, but since we're not going to be back at school for the rest of the year, we're going to plan to have these more often, okay? So hopefully we'll have one at 2 o'clock on Friday. The only reason we're not doing it today on Thursday is because I have a meeting with someone else, and so that's usually the best time for me to meet Googly. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to time it out for 2. Of course, it's not mandatory. You don't have to be there, all right? But it'll be Friday, 2 o'clock. All right. So your vocabulary quiz here, apparently everybody's been having to make a copy of it to work on it. I thought I made a copy for everyone, but I guess I did not. All right, so if I'm looking at the word bank and somebody asks me, well, I need to use open notes for it. The word bank's down here, of course. You could just guess, I guess. But if all you have to do to find the notes that I've given you about the definitions is just go back in your classwork and go back to the last vocabulary activity, which was actually a homework grade. Once I get it graded, it was e-learning activity 10. I pretty much gave you the definition and the word on each of these, right? So it's not a problem. Unit 3 vocabulary words. So if you look here, you can see pretty much the definition is given for you beside each word. All you had to do for this activity was rewrite the sentence. Okay, so this will be pretty easy for you to use to help you complete the Wednesday's quiz if you haven't done so already. All right, you should have probably done so already, but not a huge deal if it's late. You just have a certain deadline to get stuff turned into me, okay? Another thing, if I go back to the stream, show you guys some announcements from way back. Okay, so one of the announcements I gave you was about your work when it's due. So everything from March 18th to April 20th was due on April 20th. Okay, that's everything up to, for us, e-learning activity, I believe it's 12. Yeah, 12. Okay, so all of that, if you haven't done it, I'm going to go ahead and start putting zeros in for it. So if you need to turn something in you haven't done, you're going to start seeing those zeros come up. Okay? Of course, I'll work with you. I'm trying to touch base with some of you. Some of you haven't done much, so those are probably not going to be the people that watch this video, though, so I don't know what I'm doing. All right. That's all I wanted to say. I'll come back later with a video about the rest of Macbeth, and then we'll talk about the exam and how we're going to do it. Okay? All right, guys. Have a good rest of the day. I'll see you. I'll be here if you need me.